Emerging markets and mergers and acquisitions ahead. But first, U.S. stocks falling for a third consecutive day as worries about jobs and banks linger in the economy. Courtney Donohoe is live at the New York Stock Exchange with the latest. Courtney.
Pimm, it was a pretty dismal start for stocks and pretty dismal end of the day, too. And one of the big reasons we saw some pressure on stocks, jobless claims unexpectedly increasing, rising by 12,000 to 465,000 companies. They've slowed down on the firings, but haven't stepped up hiring enough to improve the unemployment rate. But it was another tough day for the financials. Yesterday, I told you about Deutsche Bank cutting third quarter estimates for Goldman and Morgan Stanley. Well, today, Bank of America lowering estimates for both firms. Goldman, they said the post-Labor Day boost that they were expecting, it never came to fruition. And they said the same for Morgan Stanley, and that's because of lower trading and investment banking revenues. And Rockdale's Dick Beauvais also trimming estimates for the same two firms on weaker trading. But we did see a little bit of a comeback for stocks earlier in the day after sales of previously owned homes came in better than expected, climbing to 4.13 million. But still have to remember, it was still the second lowest level on record. And compared to last year, we're still down 17%. Of course, for housing to improve, we need the jobs market to get a little bit better, Pimm.
Now, Courtney, all 10 of the industry groups in the S&P 500 were lower on the day, but the best of the worst, it was technology. What did we see in technology?
Well, Red Hat was red hot today. The company that's the largest seller of Linux operating system, their earnings coming in better than expected. Revenue up 20% from a year ago. Company said they're benefiting from new project spending. They also saw strong renewals in their top accounts, too. Also, Apple passing by PetroChina to become the second biggest company in the world by market value, stock valued at almost $266 billion. Analysts are also standing behind the iPad. Gene Munster of Piper Jaffray increasing his forecast for iPad sales in 2011 to 21 million. But this is a pretty big jump for him. He previously called for 14.5 million in iPad sales next year. One of the big reasons for the bump, a strong international rollout. But I want to quickly mention AMD lowering its sales forecast after the bell today. They see weaker demand for notebooks in Europe and in North America, Pimm.
Thank you very much, Courtney Donohoe, reporting from the New York Stock Exchange.